topic that we're talking to you about today is called augmented reality. This is a new emerging field of technology that's becoming very popular. There's been apps that are being developed for it and all other types of technology. It's really taking off and it's really interesting.
So basically what it is it's taking your field of vision and adding computer input into it. So as you can see with this example, this would be a windshield of a car that adds all kinds of different things such as your speed and stuff like that.
Now, augmented reality is a little bit different from virtual reality. In virtual reality, it's almost like the computer creates a second life for you. But in augmented reality, you take the real world and the computer just provides supplementary information.
So it's, in essence, kind of like the yellow line you see on the football field when you're watching a game, except the only difference is, in this case, you're already watching a screen, so it's not exactly augmented reality, but it kind of is the next step up from that.
Now there's two main types of augmented reality. There's marker-based and there's location-based. Location would be like something here on the right. It uses GPS and compass technology, whereas marker-based is more like the image on the left where there's image recognition. It sees the map and it assigns various temperatures for the locations.
So this is really cool. Currently there's some apps that use augmented reality in the App Store. So this I actually took on my phone using WikiTube, which is an app, and if I was to click on one of those, it would give me information, and that was from the Bentley Library.
There's also video games that use augmented reality, such as there are goggles being developed currently that act as sort of the human Pac-Man game. You put them on, and you act as Pac-Man running away from the computer-generated ghosts that you can actually see in a real-world environment.
The military is also starting to use this. Soldiers are wearing like goggles or glasses, and it allows them to see what a drone would see from above, or blueprints of a battlefield and things like that, as you can see in this picture here.
A few challenges that augmented reality faces is if you're inside, obviously GPS sometimes doesn't work best. And also if you're using an app, cell phone screens obviously are really small, so it doesn't encompass your whole vision. You have to sometimes hold it up.
And so to correct for these things, instead of cell phones, what's starting to be used is, as I mentioned, glasses and goggles, and then also contact lenses that are being developed. And these are just some prototypes of some glasses that are being developed.
One example of eyeglasses that are being used are known as Google Glass, and as you can see here, they have a prism or a visual layer that actually displays computer-generated input onto your vision. They also have microphones, speakers, and so you can give it verbal commands.
So some examples, firefighters can use these within buildings to find people, can use them to get directions if you're driving, and then also, as you're going to see on the next slide, in sports they can be very useful.
So this video kind of shows what the user of Google Glass might see. You can talk to it, you could ask it the time, and it might display it in the upper right-hand corner of your vision. You can ask it for directions. If you go to a baseball game, it can tell you information like pitching, who's batting, and also provide information such as the speed of the pitch.
And then in addition to Google Glass, Microsoft is developing their own type of smart glasses. They currently have a patent, and it's rumored that they're going to be used for gaming. They've said that they're not going to be a competitor to Google Glass, though.
Another device that uses augmented reality is called the Sixth Sense. This is a wearable device that interprets hand gestures. So one thing that it does that's really cool is you could sync it with your phone and use its projector to actually project a keypad which you could use to dial a phone number without even pulling your phone out of your pocket.
And so the way it works is it uses a camera that's mounted, and that looks at whatever it is, which relays the information to your smartphone, and then that relays it back to the projector, which actually projects it using colored markers that find the image.
This is a video of a user using the Sixth Sense, and as you can see, he's got little sensors on his fingers, and just by making the gesture this sort of rectangle, it takes a picture of what's in front of him with the camera. Then using the projector, he can project those images on any surface he chooses.
Another example would be if you're wondering what time it is, you can simply draw a watch on your wrist, and then find the time, and then swipe it and it'll go away automatically.
Augmented reality can also be used in the classroom. For example, a professor could be up here teaching and he could wear augmented reality glasses while students answered questions with their smartphones. Then the professor could see which students got the question correctly and maybe understood the concepts better and which ones did.
And one last example, which you can also get on the App Store, is Haagen-Dazs. If you point their app at the lid of an ice cream, it'll like show that image and play like a concert. It's kind of a random